In the previous video, we talked about mail merging when having an existing table. But now in this video, which I'm welcoming you to, we are going to see how do you create a table in case you don't have an existing table. Remember, we are still dealing with mail merging. So we are going to use the previous table. We are going to use the previous example and see how can we do it. So I'm still your friend, Ahebwa Martin, here at Palm Hopes Foundation, Elite Schools. So we are still having we are going to still use the letter, this letter we used in the previous example. So if you have not watched the previous example, you can continue and watch it, you can go and watch it. Then in this lesson we are going to be working with the how to create a table that is going to be used for mail merging in case you didn't have an existing table. So you have been asked to send an acknowledgement letters to people who have so far made contributions towards the program. The letter contents are the same for all the persons except the addresses, names, and nature of contributions. Below is the letter to be sent and the table of people who have made contributions. So we have this letter, then we have this letter, then also the table here, and this is the table for those people who made contributions. But now what we are going to do, we are going to have this letter and then we create this table in the process of step by step in the process of making a mail merge. So let us highlight. I will highlight this one, I copy it, I press a control, I open up a new document, I paste there my document, that is Control V on your keyboard, Control C for copying, then Control A for highlighting. So after doing this, after bringing here my letter, I will start my mailings procedure as how we did in the previous video. So I encourage you to go and watch it. So let us start with start mail merge. Start with start mail merge and we select step by step procedures. Then I will come here and now I will be working with the letters. Then I click start document, then use current document, which is this one, the current one you are seeing on the screen, the current one we are working with. Then I will continue and select the recipients. Now the other time we use an existing list because we had that list created, but now we want to type a new list, meaning that we don't have that table created for us, but now we need to create it. So I will select type new list. So in typing a new list, I will click on the command to create that list. So to create that list, number one, we are having name, let me first close this. In our table, we are having in our table here, we are having name, address, and nature of contribution. So our column titles will be having names, address, and nature of contribution. So let us go back to our main letter, which is this. So we are to create that table. So meaning that here we'll be seeing their name, here we'll be seeing their name, then address and nature of contribution. So let me we are to customize. So we are going to customize these column titles. So we click on customize columns. Then after clicking there, we select this is the title we want to rename, and then we click on rename. So on rename, we are going to type their name and click OK. Then first name, we will rename it as address. Then we click OK, and last name we are going to rename it as nature of contribution. Then I click OK. Then after finishing renaming my columns, I click also here OK. So you see now my columns have been renamed according to my customized, according to my personalized features that I want to have. Then here in name, I will start there typing the names. So I will start by typing there these names in the what? In the these names here in the table. I think you can see them here. Sorry. So input there Agaba Samuel, Agaba Samuel. Then I can say address is Kamuli. Then nature of contribution, we put there $900. Then after finishing this one, we click new entry to have another person entered. So excuse me, I will put there my personalized names to make us very faster. So let me see. Another one is Tumsime Rose and is from Tiana. Tumsime Rose and is from Mitiana. Then nature of contribution is Matoke. So Matoke. Then I come here, new entry, and then we have another one, Abe Nitwe Joshua Ibanda. Abe Nitwe Joshua, then is from Ibanda, and the nature of contribution is cow. Then new entry, then we also put there, we also have Ankunda Victor from Kampala Beans. Ankunda Victor, then is from Kampala, and the nature of contribution is beans. So we have finished creating our table. So after finishing this, I will click OK. So if I click OK now, after clicking OK, my table is going to be created for me. But now I will have to go on and do it saving. So I'm still waiting for it. There is something that is so it's this one. So you continue and save that table. So where I'm going to save it, I will go to desktop. Then I can choose home. Then I can save it as, let me say that I will save it as contribution table. Contribution table. Then I click save, meaning that now you see, now I have my table created for me. But now they are trying to ask me that do I want to make changes in this table? So if let's say that I want to Muslim Rose not to come, I will unselect, I will uncheck him and check her for her node to come out. So I will leave her because I want her. So that is like making some changes or editings. So then I click OK. So after doing that, my table will have been created. Then I go to write your letter. So if I go to write your letter, we continue the same way how we did it in the other example. So let us go to writing our letter. So on address, I will go to insert merge field. Now I will select address, this address, and I remove this one, which is already there. Just we place them there to enable you understand where that information should be inserted, or that field should be inserted. So here I will put their names. So I will come here on insert merge field and put their names. Then here on the nature of contribution, I will also come to it and I highlight it like this. I remove it. Then here I put their nature of contribution like this. So I think you are seeing how I have been able to do it. Then you continue to the next, preview your letters. So if I go to preview my letters, I think you can see now here my letters are coming out here. So this is the address, this is the name, and this is the nature of contribution. So let us check another person. So we just click next record to see Abenito Joshua, Ankinda Victor. It was to be Ankunda Victor. So now this is it. This is the address, and this is the nature of contribution. So then I can come back to other ones. So that is how we do it. Then we continue and complete the merge as our next step. That is step number 6. So that is how we do it. Then if I do want to print, I just click on the print command here. Then I select merged printer or print records. So I can say all records to be printed, or I can choose to say print records from, for example, I say select from 2 to 3, meaning that I want only letter 2 and letter 3 to be printed. So and then I click OK. If I click OK, then I will be able to print it. So you see now I select the name of the printer that I want to print to, then I choose all, then pages, then I click OK to print my work. I think you have understood everything. So if I don't want that, if I don't need that, then I can say edit individual letters. So If I click on edit individual letters here, a certain box will pop up, this one. So I can say I want to edit all records. So I click OK. So after clicking OK, all my work will be displayed here. So I think you can see it here. So this is Agawa Samuel, this is Tumusime Rose, this is Abenito Joshua, and this is Ankunda Victor with their nature of contributions. So I think you've understood the difference in creating a mail merge, in dealing with mail merge, when having a table, an existing table, and also when you need to create your personalized table, or when you want to create a table in the mail merging procedure or step-by-step procedures. So my friend, thank you so much for watching. Continue to stay with me here at Pamux Foundation. In case you find anything you've not understood, just comment below. I will be able to answer you. Thank you so much. Bye for now.